What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button right now. Let's try and get 2K likes. And if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. We're ever closing in on 200K. So if you are new, subscribe. But listen, people, I am going to flip-flop. And I don't do that often. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that very, very often. But I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that deep. It might be deep for other teams that I will talk about. Liverpool. But listen, there was a lot of talk last night. I don't know if you watched the Big Six, but it went off. Please go and check that Big Six video last night. It was madness, yeah. But we're talking about title races, and obviously we're not in no title race. But I said Liverpool would win the league. I said Liverpool would win the league. Who do I think must win the league? It's Arsenal, of course. Phase 6, spent a lot of money. Arteta's been there for a long, long while. He should be winning the league, right? But obviously, Liverpool came with a lot of money. a lot of money. And not that Arsenal haven't spent any money, because they have. But Liverpool, the money that was spent was unprecedented. It was absolutely humongous, bro. We're talking about closing in on what, 400 million plus? You know what I mean? I don't have the exact figures for those that are out there, and maybe you might put the net spend out there, so feel free to do so. But it's only 1 point, but I feel like there's a lot of things going wrong at Liverpool, man, and Arne Slot is getting it wrong. And when I look at Arsenal, I look at a team that, yes, handbrakes, yes, there's maybe teething issues and maybe style of play sometimes of Arteta not fully going attacking in certain areas, and maybe sometimes there's a dispute between how they play, not about maybe result. And there was a lot of draws last year, so style of play is important. Did Arteta, or has Arteta fully said, you know what, go and express yourselves, or has he gone a bit more defensive in certain aspects? And I look at Liverpool, it's a super team. It's an absolute brilliant team on paper. On paper, it's a brilliant team, but the balance is all wrong. And I don't know, right? And it is, again, still early on. I don't know if they fix this soon. And soon enough that Arsenal, if they gather momentum, which I do believe they will now, because they've had a tough start to the Premier League, and they've come out of it with, what, 1 loss? And that was to Liverpool for a free kick from Szoboszlai. They've come out of it. Big win against Newcastle. Yes, the West Ham result is a routine win, but they went above Liverpool. Obviously, they lost. 3 losses in a row. We have to say that. Hold that, Liverpool. But people don't understand this here, but I don't want to predict Liverpool to win the league. I don't. Like, this is another thing as well that I have to address, yeah? And people don't get it, bro. I'm a Mancunian. I'm from Manchester, yeah? Big up the Peckham Reds. Big up the London Reds. Big up everyone around the world. Everyone supports their club the way they want to support. I will never, ever say to people, yo, you have to support it this way. But you see me, I live in Manchester. This way is Liverpool. This way is Manchester. I don't want any of them winning the league. None of them, bro. So for me to say, yeah, Liverpool going to win the league, yeah, it hurts me, bro. The reason why I'm backing Arsenal to win the league, because that's the right way and that's the only way. You feel me? That is what I want. This is what I need. And this is what I think now is going to happen, bro. That's why I'm predicting Arsenal to win the league now. Yes, I have flip-flop. And yes, you can say it's early. You can say it's premature. But I look at Liverpool's imbalance. I look at Arne Slot this season. I look at their fullbacks. They haven't upgraded in the fullback area. They have a proper issue in terms of the pressing. They look lethargic. They look imbalanced in midfield. I look at McAllister. He's had a poor start to the season. Who do they play at right back? Is it Szoboszlai? Is it in the midfield? Isak, Salah, Ekiti. There's a lot of players there. Are they top heavy? Are they a team that is designed on paper to be amazing, but the reality tells you everything else? And I look at Arsenal and I see a team that has just added. Zubimendi added. You know, they haven't made wholesale changes here. They've just added to their squad year on, year out. So they're like Havertz, Timber. I look at them and I see the spine solid. Liverpool's spine ain't solid. You're looking at Konate. You're looking at Van Dijk. Listen, when you're doing that aura defending, mate, brother, it's long, bro. That might be there for a while in his head. Yo, I can't stick my, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I want to keep it PG, but you get what I'm trying to say. Konate has not looked the same, bro. He's not looked the same. Their defensive partnership compared to Arsenal's, it's night and day. It's really, really night and day, bro. Gabriel Saliba, solid. You know what you're getting. If you need to, you got Mascara to come in. Liverpool don't have that luxury. Unfortunately, they got an injury to Leone, is it? Listen, hopefully he comes back and gets back. No one wants to see wish injuries on anyone. But they had an injury to Leone. Who's there to cover? Joe Gomez was left on the bench. He didn't even come on. That just shows you the trust. Whereas Mascara comes on, he's there. They've got Enquiries if they need to. Okay, he's been injured. And then, what's it called? What's the left back called? Lewis Skelly, Calafiori, Ben White. There's options for Arsenal. Odegaard came on. Zubimendi was on the bench. Zubimendi comes on. Zubimendi, Rice, Eze. Arsenal have Havertz, Madueke, Hincapié. I'm trying to think someone else. There's got to be someone else that I've mentioned. There's a lot of players like Jesus. Okay, he might not be as important, but they've got them guys still coming back, bro. Liverpool, at the minute, bro, it looks like they need to spend more. How could he spend all that money and need to spend more? Or is it because of Arne Slot's tactics? It's difficult as well. That's another point I want to make. To go back to back, bro. To do it again. Liverpool last year, Arne Slot, it was refreshing. It was absolutely, well, it was for the neutral eye, not to me. You know, it wasn't refreshing to me. You know what I'm saying, bro? It was anything but refreshing, bro. But it was good. If you look at it objectively, and I put my bias aside, it was good because he didn't need to change anything. He just kept things the way it was. Bit more controlled. Now they look more expansive because you have to play expansive. With Arteta's style, it's not more so kind of making wholesale changes. It's just letting them express themselves a little bit more. But the problem with Liverpool, though, they're now doing it too much to the point now where it's almost like square pegs in round holes now, because now you're having to fit Sabozza at right back alongside Salah. But then you've got, is it Conor Bradley and then Frimpong, Salah. It doesn't work right now. They're missing that balance that maybe Trent had that would allow Liverpool to play that ball in behind and do something different, bro. This is right now. Liverpool are very, very easy to read right now. All of the games this season, you can say what you want, yeah, but they haven't played brilliantly. They've got the points and fair play to them. It's all about getting the points end of the day on board. But the problem is, though, they haven't been able to play that style anymore. And now, Jamie Carragher went up to Arne Slot and said, yo, listen, man, this is not what I like. He said it to his face, bro. So the warning signs were there at Bournemouth. Whereas I look at Arsenal, I look at their momentum, I see their fixtures. Yes, last season, they went on this crazy, you know what I mean, drawing, whatever, and there was problems. But now there's Gyökeres. Gyökeres now needs to step up. They haven't got excuses on that side. Goals should be coming from Gyökeres. Yes, he's only got 3 goals, but from what I'm led to believe from Arsenal fans is that he's doing well. He's just not getting the goals. He's happy. He's kind of almost, what's the word I'm looking for? He's helping in terms of the style, in terms of holding up the play. You know, he's doing the basics right. It's just that he's not getting the goals. But you look at Arsenal, you're thinking to yourself, they can get a controlled game and be like, yo, 2-0, that's it. With Liverpool, I'm looking at it and I'm like, how many clean sheets have they had this season? You know, 4-2 against Bournemouth. Okay, the Fulham game was 1-0. 2-1 against Newcastle. Okay, the Arsenal game was 1-0, but again, very, very tight game. You still think Liverpool can be got at this season. They're very, very vulnerable. And I don't see that with Arsenal. I look at the defense and I'm like, yo, man, it's quite scary, man. Like, solid defensively. They've added Zubimendi in there. Timber looks solid. Like, there's areas of weaknesses more so on Liverpool's behalf than I see from Arsenal's. So, yeah, I am now going to flip-flop. I am now going to look at it and think, you know what, man? I see too many issues, too many problems, bro. And Liverpool have got to juggle it. Maybe it might not be their year in the Premier League. They might have opportunities in other competitions. But in the Premier League, man, you've got to be ready week in, week out, bro. You can't blag it in the Premier League. You really can't. And the champions, yeah, do well, yeah, for majority of the season. They go on a consistent run. They show consistent style of play. There's a consistency. There's a big, big consistency about them in the Premier League. And I don't see it, man. I really don't, bro. And bun them as well. Are you mad? Bun them. They need to hold that, bro. Back to back. How about back-to-back losses in the Premier League, bro? How about that? You know what I'm saying? You know how difficult it is to do back-to-back. People don't realize this, bro. But we're a big club, brother. You haven't done back-to-back, bro. Talk to me. And with Arsenal, this has to be it. There ain't no messing around anymore. You know what I mean, bro? You can say, oh, but Saeed's now said I'm flip-flopping, that's a jinx. Brother, forget all of that noise, bro. This has to be your year. This has to be Arsenal's year, bro. Whether they deliver or not is a different question, yeah? But they have to believe that this is their year, bro. They have to, bro, because at the end of the day, we've been here before. I generally, it's got to a point now where if this isn't their year, I generally don't even know when it will be. I really don't. I would give up if I'm an Arsenal. I would say, you know what, man, pack it in. Arteta, see you later. Bye-bye, khalas. Because when is it going to be ever their year? You see what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, man, I look at it, yeah, and I look at the both teams, yeah. The depth from Arsenal is insane, bro. Like, when you look at it, bro, position for position, they've got 2 or maybe even 3 man for every position, bro. And that, for me, yeah, they are saying that they're ready for a full season. Injuries. They don't have anyone for AFCON, by the way. Mo Salah goes to AFCON. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Mo Salah has been poor this season, but still, Mo Salah is no Mo Salah. He's still a world-class player. He's still a threat. He's still someone who scores goals in big moments. Arsenal don't have anyone. No one is going to the AFCON. Nobody. So they're free from any of that drama, bro. Anything that can happen. Yes, there's injuries. Yes, there's situations. But now, if Saka's injured, Madueke comes in. If Eze's injured, someone else comes in. So you've got that you've got that benefit, and you've got that kind of luxury. Whereas I look at Liverpool, you know, someone gets Gravenberg, God forbid, Gravenberg gets injured, finished. Van Dijk gets injured, finished, bro. It's seriously, bro. Like that's severity. You know, they can afford, but the key players, I look at Liverpool's key players, Alisson, but they've got Mamadashvili. He's all right. He's competent enough. They've got, what's his name, chat? They've got Van Dijk. Again, who's coming in for him? Gomez. Sorry. And then I look at Gravenberg. Who's stepping in for him, bro? Endo? Curtis Jones? Someone that gets injured there, bro. It's khalas. It's finito. Alexander Isak, cool, they got Ekitike. Mo Salah, cool, they've got... To be fair, even Mo Salah, Gakpo's been poor. They lost Luis Diaz as well. That's another thing as well. The players that they sold, yeah, they haven't... Like, the upgrades are not upgrading, bro. Whereas with Arsenal, they've made clear upgrades, bro. Or they've added massively to their squad. Partey's left, cool, Zubimendi. Who else is left before that? Okay, they had a Eze. They added to their squad. Mascaro. And what's my man called? The Polish brother. He's left. Mascaro. So they've added to their squad. And then this is what you want. So, yeah. Let me know what you think in the comments below, because end of the day, yeah, we need this to happen. And if we can win at Anfield. Oh, that would be sensational. That would be sensational, but we'll leave that for another day, eh? We'll leave that for another day. But yeah, honestly, get your comments in below, Arsenal fans. Let me know what you think. And yeah, for me, it's one of them ones where I don't mind flip-flopping. I don't mind getting it wrong, even though it will be catastrophic and I might leave the country. But at the end of the day, this is what I believe in. This is what I think will happen. And it is what it is. Shush. Hold that. Liverpool are crumbling. Guys, I'm out. Take care. Peace.